G'day fellas and welcome back to the channel. It is finally time for finals week, finals footy, let's get into it. But a quick recap of last week, we went 6 from 8, which keeps us at a 74% win rate. We're probably looking to finish with a 75% win rate here. Now, there are also some heavy favorites that I might potentially be able to sway you away from. Remember, as always, do your own research, but I'm here to make it a little bit easier with my tips. Let's get into it. The first game of finals footy, the Broncos hosting the Stormies. Now, this is the same matchup as last week, but everybody's going all out. I was very surprised with how well the Broncos did considering how many outs they had. I know that the Storm had a lot of outs too, but the reason I chose them last week is simply because they had more players. Adam Reynolds and Pat Carrigan are back, Walsh is back, well, everybody's back. There are questions for Jerome Hughes though, and there's no mind games to be played in the finals. My guess is that he will play. There's no way he misses this matchup. The Storm are obviously very good, but the Broncos are just better. They are quite easily the second best team in the entire competition, and whilst Munster always steps up in the big moments, I'm taking the team who's dominated for the large majority of the season. Broncos 1-12. The first game is Saturday, the Panthers hosting the Warriors. Now some huge news here. Jerome Luai is sidelined, so Cogger will take his place. Call me crazy though, but I think Cogger and Cleary is actually better than Luai and Cleary. Cogger takes the back role really well and lets Cleary operate with minimum stress, which ultimately leads to better decision making, especially in the red zone. I can't stress this enough. He'll run crossfield, then run all the way back, then run all the way back, then step 5 times and step 5 times just to offload it to Fisher Harris to just run it 2 meters. Now, the problem with this is that it completely wrecks the entire flow of the attack. And we saw last week, the Cowboys were fighting for their life and got absolutely dominated with just how smooth flowing the Panthers offense are. As for the Warriors, Sean Johnson along with the entire squad are back. And fun fact, the last time the Warriors played in the finals was 2018. And they were eliminated by none other than the Panthers. Both teams don't concede a lot of points. For some reason, I do see the Panthers breaking this one open though. Don't stress, Warriors fans, because I do think the Warriors do make a deep run here, but I'm taking the Panthers at home 1-12. The second game of Saturday, the Sharks hosting the Roosters. Will Kennedy remains out, whilst now even backup Connor Tracy is expected to be out. Fitzgibbon will have to get creative if it's confirmed that Tracy is out here. Joey Manu should be back, whilst Tupou is confirmed as out as well. So big problems for both sides here. I do think the Sharks are probably the third most talented team in the league. Deny it all you want, call me a liar all you want. The stats speak for themselves. If I'm being honest, I think the Roosters win this game, but I believe in said stats more than anything. And whilst the Roosters are on a 5-win streak, all 5 of those wins were not against top 8 teams. 3 of those 5 non-top 8 teams weren't even at full strength. They were handled by the Broncos 6 games ago. They won against the Gold Coast 7 rounds ago and got pumped by the Storm 8 rounds ago. This is a very strong and in-form Roosters team that should take the game. The Sharks also do struggle against the top 8, but I need to see more proof that the Roosters can really beat top 8 teams, because it hasn't happened since round 16 when they beat the Knights 18-16. And that's when the Knights were on their massive losing streak. So take that game with a grain of salt as well. I'm taking the Sharkies here at home 1-12. To round it off on Sunday, the Knights and the Raiders. I would hate to be in the Knights' way at the moment. The Raiders have struggled so much recently. So instead of telling you why the Knights will win, let me tell you why the Raiders will lose. Seb Chris is out again. Hopewadi is ready to suit up in his place. And if the inform reading at the moment is correct, Papali'i, Corey Horsburgh are also out of this game. You never know, they might play. This might be mind games or, I don't know. Ponga returns, that's all I know. And he's had an amazing latter half of the season, as well as this entire Knights team. The Raiders were my dark horse team, but with so many expected outs, I just don't see it happening, especially playing on the road here as well. It's just too much for them. I'm going to be taking the Knights here 1-12. So there you go, fellas. There is finals week 1. We are taking all of the home team. It's not just a coincidence. There is genuine thought and logic and stats put into this. Obviously, there's a very high chance the Roosters win that matchup. They are the favorites after all. Again, that is the Broncos, the Panthers, the Sharks, and the Knights. It's going to be an amazing weekend of footy. I'm rooting for you as well. Let me know your predictions down in the comment section. As always, if you made it this far in the video, you are the real MVP. Hope the rest of your day is awesome. And from me personally, I'm out.